Now I'd like to show you a series of examples that basically best showcase what the shutter speed does to a image that's captured on the sensor. Remember again, the amount of time the sensor is exposed to the light is the best way to kind of see what's going to be registered on the sensor. Here we see an example of an image captured with a shutter speed of 1 second. Of course, what comes out of it is a whole lot of blurry streaks of the water. Here I'm showing you basically an image of a waterfall, and it's being exposed at different shutter speeds shown here. So it starts off with 1 second all the way to different shutter speeds of 1/3, 1/30th, 1/200. So this is 1 second, 1/3, 1/30th, 1/200th, and 1/800th speed. So again, you can see different details when this happens. We see basically water in the water fountain becoming streaking or becoming much more crisper. So you can see streaks of water, blurry water, and really crisp images there. So the amount of time the sensor is exposed to light is basically what allows you to have these different effects. Usually, these amounts are denoted by fractions of a second. We saw various examples. It could be 1/2000 would be a very fast shutter, to 1/1000, all the way to even how long you want to keep it open. You can actually keep a shutter open for 30 seconds. And sometimes most cameras, in fact, have a version called bulb, where basically the shutter is open for the exact time that you've actually pressed the shutter and release it. And basically now you kind of see how the effects of motion blur to streaks are captured by a photographer who wants to control these types of parameters. Another way of looking at the same thing is here I'm basically showing an example of a waterfall again at a faster shutter speed of 1/125th of a second. Of course, when I go to a slower shutter speed, 1/10th of a second, you can start seeing a lot more of the streaks, and even more blurriness and streak kind of shows here with 1/2 of a second. Another example, the same category, still shot of this thing basically shows each and every petal very crisp. I increase it, and now I start seeing a little bit more. And of course, I really have a much wider or much more open shutter, then you'll see everything blur in.